Hello my friends, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and today we're going to create layout number 2 from the Meant to Be Scrapbooking workshop from Stampin' Up. If you missed layout number 1, you can go back and check that out. I'll put a link up here in the video so you can go back and watch number 1, but we're going to do number 2 today, this really fun bright yellow one. If you are new to Stampin' Up's workshops, they just brought these out, so they're not in one of the catalogs or anything. They're just online, and they're going to bring out some more, and I think they're just going to get better and better. So I'm super excited about this new line from Stampin' Up. So we are going to, let me just quickly say, so the workshop kit has enough supplies for you to create 3 different layouts. You can add things to them, which we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to show you a couple ideas that I had to kind of personalize this layout. It comes with this instruction sheet that has all the cutting instructions, which are super easy. And again, I did a video showing you how to do that, and I can link it up above as well. And then they have some assembly instructions. So this is the one we're going to work on today. And each kit also comes with stickers and some punch outs and some fun patterns and papers that don't come in just the regular paper packet kit. So they're kind of a little different than what you can just get in from the paper line. So the photos I'm going to scrapbook today, my words are not coming easily, so let's get through this together. I actually got this idea from Katie Taylor, one of her recent videos. She scrapbooked some things that her daughter loves, and I thought it was just the most brilliant idea to scrapbook those everyday things or what your kids are into at the time. Right now my daughter is really into crocheting. It's kind of a fun activity for her to keep her hands busy and be creative, and I got her one of those crochet kits from Amazon. I'll actually link the one I got her very first if you want to start something like this for you or your child. I'll link the one that I got her to start on, and she's been going for about a year, and I won't show you the very first one she did, but she has definitely grown in her talent for crocheting, and it's just so fun. And she'll just sit there and we'll chit chat, and she'll just whip out all of these fun little animals. So I'm going to document her fun little hobby that she has. So let's bring in the papers. Kind of separated them into the different photos, or sorry, the different layouts. So this is layout 1. So you have your yellow as your base. This isn't included. That's something else. And then you have your bee paper and some of this fun floral paper and the stripe paper. And then we have a piece of pool party, and that is where our photos will go. So the photo placeholders also come with your kit. And if you don't need them, I actually just keep them off to the side in a little container if I need scratch paper, or you can actually cut down your photos and use them as photo mats as well. So this is kind of what the original looks like. And to me, this was too much yellow. Tell me what you think. Is this too much yellow for you? It was too much yellow for me. So I am going to actually cut down this yellow piece a little bit and kind of add some fun textures to it. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm actually going to cut off about 2 inches and see if that's going to be enough. I don't want to do too much, but I just want to try that out a little bit. So since I'm cutting my base page, I'm going to have to bring in another base page. So I'm just going to bring in white, and let's see how this looks. Okay, so we have our white, and I'm bringing this in so it has a little bit of a border, and then these pieces. Okay, so what I want to do, I think that will work, is actually I'm going to tear this yellow piece just so it adds that fun little extra texture to the top and the bottom. This is for my daughter, so I kind of want to, I don't know, make it a little bit cooler, I guess. And tearing is a super fun way to add some texture to any project you're doing, really. Oh, this one's getting away from me. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it back. So this is actually, this yellow is one of those special papers that I was talking about that is not included in just the regular meant to be paper packet. It's white on the back. The other papers are usually two-toned, or not two-toned, double-sided. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see that white on white. I wonder if that's why I brought these little strips in. If I brought a little bit of the Petunia Pop in as well. The Petunia Pop is not in the kit, so this is a little extra. I'm just gonna cut a couple strips and see if I like that. I might as well cut 4. If I'm gonna do it on the second page too, I'll have them ready. I kind of laid it out and then looked at it and decided a few things that I wanted to add, so I'm not exactly sure of these things, but we're gonna try them out and see how it goes. Okay, so I want to maybe throw in a little Petunia Pop right underneath there. Let's see. Let's do it at the 1-inch mark, and then this one, I might have to bring it up a little bit to match. Just scooch that under there. That's a problem when you tear it, is sometimes it's definitely not straight, that's for sure. So I'm gonna do it at the 1 or 1 3/4. Okay, I think I like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and lay that down. Grab my adhesive and add that. What did I say, the 1 mark? Maybe I'll move it up just a little, the 1 1/4. Make that line up just a little bit better. And watch, I moved it the wrong way. That's probably, that would be my luck, because I moved it the wrong way. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna put this down a little bit. I get a lot of questions about this mat that I work on. It's actually something from close to my heart, and sadly close to my heart is no longer. So if I find something that is similar, I will definitely let you guys know, but as of right now, it is not an available item, and I apologize. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that right in the center so that Petunia Pop just kind of pops. And then you can actually roll this white a little bit if you want to, like with your thumb. Just roll it up a little bit to have that pop out just a little bit more. Okay, so it's definitely a different look than just a plain yellow background. So let me know if you like that or not, or if you like just the plain yellow. That's totally fine too. I just wanted to show you some fun ways that maybe you can personalize some of these workshop kits, or you can do them exactly how they are, the instructions are. Okay, so now let's add our little bee paper. And since I changed it up a little bit, I'm not going to follow their directions per se on where to place these. I'm just going to use my eyeballs, which are getting worse by the day. Let me tell you, I am going to have to get some readers, my friends. It is getting kind of sad. I'm getting old. My eye doctor kind of laughed at me last time I was there, and he's like, "Are things getting harder to see?" And I'm like, "Yes, He's like, well, that's what happens. I'm like, oh, thank you. All right, so let's add this piece. There is a dark and a light side to this 12 by 12 cardstock, which is amazing. That's similar to Close to My Heart. If you are familiar with Close to My Heart, they have brought out the two-tone cardstock with these workshop kits, and I'm so excited. Okay, so now I have these two photos, and I think I am going to just put them side by side, and I'm going to put her on the right hand side so she's kind of looking into her Snoopy. Look how cute that is. She did an amazing job on her Snoopy. And so she's not like looking off the page, if that makes sense. So I'm going to add these two. And I printed these on my Epson photo printer, which I cannot say enough about this printer. Like it has definitely changed my scrapbooking game for sure. So I highly recommend it. Other YouTubers recommended it to me, and I wish I would have got it a ton sooner than I did. I got it for Christmas, and I am absolutely loving it. So I just printed off these photos this morning to Scrapbook. I actually took this photo last night of her because she has a bunch of photos of just her creations, but not of her. And I'm like, go get your crocheting and pretend you're crocheting. And so she did. Okay, so now we can add the little accents. I am thinking, so this is the little cutout sheet, and I am thinking we're going to have a lot of extras of these after going through these workshops. So if you go through and you want to add some more, I think we can definitely do that. So at the very end, after we do layout number 3, which will be next week, so make sure you click that subscribe so you can see what we do next week as well. I think I'll go back and add more, and then I will do like a layout share where I show what I did. Okay. So we have Beautiful Life. And so it's really cute, but it doesn't really match my theme. So I'm going to change this up a little bit. And I just had this thought, so I'm hoping it works out. We're doing it on the fly, my friends. I'm actually going to cut out this life and change my title. So I can use this for something else. Beautiful. Going to use some 3D foam, I believe. Let's do that to pop this up. These are actually dimensionals. Sorry, I should give out a prize every time I say the wrong name. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay this down for a second and see. So I actually cut out a different title using these thin cuts right here. They are the Alphabet a la Mode dies. These are actually a freebie with Celebration right now. And I am so glad. Like, you only have to order $60 in products, and you can add this to your cart for free. Look how many, let me move this, little dies. And they're just so cute. And oh my gosh, like, I am so happy I got those. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. Okay, so what I did with this is I actually did a Jessica trick. If you know my friend Jessica, we do some YouTube hops and things like that together, and that's how we met, was on YouTube, and I can't wait to meet her in person someday. But she layers her cardstock and then cut, so I glued 2 pieces of cardstock together, just some with liquid glue, and then I cut out my die cuts. So these have a little bit more heft to them. They're a little bit thicker, more of a chipboard quality to them. And that is something that I have learned from her. Okay, I'm missing an N. Oh, it's right here. So I always tease my daughter that she has a grandma hobby. So I cut out Granny, and I'm going to use Granny Life instead of the Beautiful. think I like Granny Life. Okay, so I'm going to quickly add these with some liquid glue. I think she'll think this is funny. I haven't showed her yet. I just thought of that this morning to do this title. I was like, oh, I could do crochet, but that's kind of a funny word to spell. So I think Granny Life would be funny. We kind of have that sense of humor between her and I, so hope she likes it. But like I said, she picked up this hobby, like not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. I got her a kit. I just thought I really enjoyed crocheting with my grandma. When I was younger, she taught me how just to do like blanket kind of style, just, you know, the stitches straight across. But I thought she would enjoy making little stuffed animals more, and she seriously has made so many fun things. This little Snoopy was actually for her boyfriend because he loves Snoopy, and he's holding a heart. And she sometimes just comes up with these patterns on her own where she figures it out, and it's so fun. And I'll show you on the second page some more of her creations. Okay, the only problem with this hobby is that there is yarn and little fluffy things everywhere, especially after she's done like a more thicker, fluffier yarn. She'll have fluffy all over my couch. Okay, so I'm going to do Granny Life. Okay, that's so cute. And then we're going to add these little hearts that are just the die cuts. And it has it over here, but I don't want it on her head per se. So maybe I'll just add it right. I'll add it right here and kind of do the opposite than what they show in the photo. Okay. Like that. And then I did bring in some dots that I thought would match this collection. And maybe I'll add a couple dots in the pink. So I'm gonna add a couple down here. And then I will add like one here. And maybe a couple up here on the white. Okay. All right, so that is page 1. Let me know if you like my version or if you prefer the original. So you definitely can change these up to personalize them for what you need. And I think that's adorable, and she's gonna love that. So let's go ahead and start with do number 2, page 2. We bring in those. Okay, so we have that nice big yellow piece. So I'm gonna cut that down again to cut 2 inches off of it. Oops, that's my score. And then you have this fun strip that you can use somewhere else. So I'm going to definitely keep that with this kit so we can use it somewhere. After I cut all of the papers for these pages, I realized there was a lot of fun patterns left over. So you can definitely, for sure, change these up. Use them from other things. You might see a card or two created with this here pretty soon, after our scrapbook series. So I like to do these on Thursdays, but you can also check out my cards that I do on YouTube Shorts. I put those out throughout the week. Gives you some ideas of things you can create for cards. And all right, we're just going to tear that. I'm trying to be careful so I don't tear too much. Okay, so I did cut extras just in case, and I'm glad I did so we didn't have to do that part. So let's go ahead and lay these down. Now I have to remember what measurements I used. Let's see, 11, or not 11, 1 1/4. So let's lay this down. I always lose everything. Here we go. I am not the most organized scrapbooker, that is for sure. Okay, so 1 1/4. And 1 1/4. Okay. And then, oh, I have some glue. And then on this one, do we do the same? Yes. Let's add this one. Oops. At 1 1/4. Okay, now I can lay this down, and I might have to just do a little bit of extra tearing because I was extra careful this time. I didn't want to do too much, and then I didn't do enough. Oh, story of my life. And let's see. Okay, that will work. I'm just going to tear this just a little bit more. Okay. All right. So what hobbies do you think you would want to scrapbook? Put in the comments something that you have thought of while we were doing this. I just love that Katie Taylor talked about that in her last video because I would never thought of it. And I'm so happy that we're going to document this for my daughter. So it's just kind of fun when she goes back when she's an adult and be like, what was I into? And I'm like, look at all these cool things that you made. I'm super excited about it. Okay, so here our pool party. And this is pool party. And this cute bee paper, which I am so excited we're using. If you remember my last video, I'm like, I hope we use that bee paper because we used the back side of it in our last one. And this goes on the top of that and then the bottom of that. And they were tricky because I thought this was a whole piece, but nope, it's just little strips. So a fun, easy way to save paper, really. So let's add this, and then we can add our photos. Again, I'm not really measuring because I changed this up, but this is about a 1/2 inch from the left-hand side, and then this is at 2 3/4 down, I'm guessing. And let's add this one right above, and the second one. And like I said, this workshop does not use all of the papers, so you definitely will have quite a bit left over to add more to these pages, or you could even create more pages or cards. So this one I was really surprised at how much was left over, so it's definitely a good one. Okay, and then I'm guessing that these are stickers. I didn't look before just a second. I just assumed. Okay, good. There is this sticker right here. Oh goodness, that would have been like, I don't know where that came from. Okay, so actually, I am going to just lay this down right on top of it, and I will use my scissors to trim. You can use your paper trimmer if you want. And then we will do this one. And trim that one. Okay, and then you have that cute little one, little piece that you can add somewhere else. Okay, all right, so let's add our photos, and then we'll finish the accents. Okay, now I have to decide how I want these to go. And I'll do it this way. Okay, so these are some of the things that she has crocheted. This is like a flower pot. This was also a kit that we got on Amazon. And like I said, start with the kits, and that's how she learned how to do it. And then she advanced from there to doing like free patterns you can get on Instagram and things like that. I will say, if you're just starting out, or if you have a child that's starting out, don't get too discouraged. I should actually show you the picture of the one, her very first one. We just laughed because it was so bad. And I just told her, keep going, you're gonna get better. And she definitely did. And now she's doing some fun creations. So this guy right here is actually a dinosaur. She needs to put his little bumps on his back. But she made the little hat for him. She just kind of found a pattern online and figured out how to do it. Here's Perry the platypus. If you know Phineas and Ferb, he's like this big. He's so cute. And this turtle is so adorable. So it's just fun. We just went through her room, and she has the flowers and the Perry. And then we also, she had some photos on her phone that she sent me that I printed out too. So we'll add to this as she keeps going, but it's just so fun to kind of see all the different creations she's made. So now we have this for our journaling, it looks like. And I'm actually just going to leave that straight up so it doesn't, so it's easier to write on instead of popping it up with 3D dimensionals, not 3D foam, dimensionals. So on here we have a We Belong Together, and I don't know if I love that. So I think I'm just going to steal this Just Be You, and hopefully it's not on the next layout, but that one goes better with my theme of my page. So I'm just going to change that and add some dimensionals. And put that down on the bottom. Just Be You. And then I am going to steal some more hearts because they're on the other page, and I feel like they need to be on this page too, at least one. So I'm going to steal one. Our third layout might be a little scarce, but we'll see, since I'm stealing all the things. But that's the joy, is you can personalize them to however you want your layout to be, and no one will ever know. All right, so now I'm going to add a couple of these little dots. I actually kind of want to put some on the journaling spot. I'm going to put a couple maybe up here. And I think maybe I'll put a couple down here. Okay, I think this layout is done. What do you think? Do you like the original? Do you like my interpretation, my personalization, interpretation, and personalization? Let me grab this other page. Okay, so you definitely can change these up. And it was super easy. I just added some white cardstock and a little Petunia Pop. Let me get this in this frame. There we go. And I changed the title. And now it's an adorable page for my daughter, and documenting her granny life, her crocheting that she does. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would love a thumbs up. Make sure that you click that subscribe so you don't miss out on our future videos and the collabs that I do with other amazing people. And leave me a comment and let me know what you think, if you liked the original or my personalized one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.